YouTube, it's Zoe or Read by Zoe, and today I'm going to do the rapid fire book tag, which has 20-something questions, and the goal is to answer them as quickly as possible without overthinking. Okay, I have my phone here with all the questions. Let's get started. Question number 1, ebooks or physical books? Physical books all the way. I love holding them in my hands and feeling the pages between my fingers. Also, it's easier to see how far you are into the book, and that gives me some more motivation when I see that I'm only like this far until the end. Also, you know, I love having them on my shelves. They're so beautiful. Paperbacks or hardcovers? I am pro paperbacks. Paperbacks are cheaper. They're easier to bring on the go. I like to read my books in the bathtub. The hardcover will dig into my hands because I grip the book so tightly so that it doesn't fall into the bath. And I will always have this really harsh indentation on my hands and it hurts, but that doesn't happen with paperbacks, because they're kind to me. That's such a random fact, but I love paperbacks. Online or in-store book shopping, you can't beat the experience of going into a bookstore, grabbing your coffee at the Starbucks or whatever coffee shop might be in your bookstore, and hearing the music play. The last time I was in the Barnes & Noble, I talked about this in my last book haul, but they were playing Disney music as I was going around and shopping for books. It was fantastic. You don't get that when you're shopping on Amazon. Trilogies or series? All of the series I can think of, like The Mortal Instruments and Harry Potter and Throne of Glass, those are all really solid series and they deserve to be series. They deserve to be more than one book. But a lot of the trilogies I can think of should have only been 1 or 2 books maybe, but because of money reasons they broke them up into 3 books, and oftentimes the second book isn't that good, and oftentimes the third book isn't that good. Heroes or villains? Villains, not just because there is that villain anthology that I'm a part of that comes out next year, sneak a little promo right there, but because villains are so much more memorable. Their personalities are so powerful and their backstories are so interesting and twisted. A book you want everybody to read, I'm going to have to go with Animal Farm by George Orwell. It teaches you a lot about history too, but in a very entertaining way. Recommend an underrated book? Stolen by Lucy Christopher. I have a review video all about this book that I made a couple of years ago. It's about a girl who was kidnapped and Stockholm Syndrome. The last book you finished, that was Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. It was the first Agatha Christie book I've ever read and I loved it. I don't read a lot of mystery, but now I really want to get more into that genre. The last book you bought, I have right here. It just came in the mail. I ordered it from Amazon, so free 2-day shipping. Holla. Okay, let's open it and see what I got. I got Onyx by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is the second book in the Luck series. Weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark? That would be a Twizzler, I think. I've used a Twizzler on multiple occasions. Used books, yes or no? Definitely. I don't see why people hate used books. Maybe because they want to keep their books in pristine condition, which I guess I understand, but for me, it's mostly about if I can read the words on the page, and used books are cheaper. Top 3 favorite genres: romance, fantasy, and psychological thriller. Borrow or buy? It's buy for me. I love having a library in my room. Characters or plot? Characters. If I hate all of the characters in the book, if I have no one to root for, I'm not going to continue on with the book. But if I have such a deep connection with the characters and not a lot happens in the book, I will finish it. Long or short books? Long books, because they're longer, so there's more of a story in them. They do intimidate me though, so I don't pick them up as frequently. Long or short chapters? I like short chapters. It makes it feel like you're reading the book faster as well if you keep hitting the next chapter. Name the first 3 books you think of. A Little Princess, Pride and Prejudice, and The Hunger Games. Books that made you laugh or cry? I'm going to pick 1 book that made me laugh and 1 book that made me cry. The book that made me laugh was Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging by Louise Renison, and the book that made me cry was The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks. My favorite Nicholas Sparks book: Our World or Fictional Worlds? Fictional fictional world, of course. I want to go to Hogwarts and I want to frolic in meadows with Mr. Darcy. Audiobooks, yes or no? Yes, I love them, especially when I am driving in my car to school or when I am about to fall asleep at night. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yes. All the time. Sometimes I do buy a book because of a gorgeous cover, but sometimes a really cheesy cover will make me not want to go and pick up the book. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations. I love book to movie adaptations. I love dressing up like the characters and going to the movie theaters with all of my friends who have also read the book. Even if the movie isn't that amazing, I love the experience and seeing the book come to life on screen. What's a movie or TV show you preferred to the book? The Maze Runner. Series or standalones? I prefer standalones. I love when the entire story is just in that one book and you sit down and you get everything that the author wanted to tell right there. That was the rapid fire book tag. I did overthink the questions, I know, and my voice, I'm losing it right now, so sorry about that, but thank you all for watching. Remember to follow me on social media. My links are down below, and I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye!